Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make a great coffee with the simple and humble Cafetiere. These things are incredible, often overlooked, but everyone's got one, can make a cracking coffee with one of these. So what you're going to need, obviously, a Cafetiere. We've got stainless steel ones, but a glass one's totally fine. You need a mug to put your coffee in, a set of scales. These are a bit more fancy because they're in the cafe, but just any set of scales. If you want to make the same coffee again, and you can make a great coffee, you want to do it again, you're going to need to know what you did, so a set of scales. You need some cracking coffee. I actually roasted this 2 days ago. It's not even got a label on it yet, it's that fresh. We've ground it already, just for just now, but I'd recommend grinding just before you brew. You want to elevate it to even better. Pre-ground's okay, but it's going to be even better if you grind it just straight off the bat. And hot water in a kettle, and a stirry thingy. Spoon, stick, anything that can stir. Let's get on with it. So the first thing we're going to do is going to put some nice toasty hot water just off the boil, so let it boil, flick the switch into there. While that's in there warming up, you can stick some in your mug too if you really want to go for it, get your mug warmed up. I'll do that, put that out of the way so I'll knock it over. We're going to grind our coffee. I ground our coffee already, so I'm going to ditch the water. So this Cafetiere, I'm going to use 20 grams of coffee, which is perfect for this size of Cafetiere. I'm always going to use a ratio of 65 grams of coffee to a litre of water. So my total water in here is going to be 300 mils, 300 grams, same thing. So I've got a little timer on here, so you can grab your phone or whatever you have with you to time it. I'm going to hit start on this timer. I'm going to pour in 40 grams of hot water. That's double the amount of coffee that I had. Grab your stirry thingy. Give it a really good stir in there. All you're trying to do is make sure that all the coffee is wet right from the start. If you don't stir it, you'll find that some bits get left dry and they don't get wet a bit later in the brew. It will create a bit more unevenness, and we want it to be as even as possible. I'm going to wait till 30 seconds because I know I can do that every single time. No matter what's going on, I can always come back in 30 seconds. If you want to do 10 seconds, you can get all that done, go 10 seconds, just go for your life. So then I'm now going to pour in all the rest of the water, so I'm going up to 300 grams. Don't be absolutely crazy and make sure it's to the exact button, but just somewhere around about there. Take the lid, push the screen just into the liquid, pop it down, and there we go. It's brewed. Give it 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes, depending on your drying settings, should be absolutely good, and then we'll give it a plunge. Back in a second. That's the 3 minutes up. So once you're kind of at 3 minutes, the extraction rate's really going to kind of slow down. So you can leave it a bit longer if you want, but you're kind of good. So we're at 3 minutes, it should be absolutely cracking. We'll give it a nice gentle plunge down. I've ditched the water out of my mug, so I've now got a nice hot mug as well. I'm ready to have a cracking cup of coffee. Amazing. Only a few points to note: if you want it a bit stronger, just increase the ratio. Go up to 70 grams per litre of water, or if you want it a bit weaker, you can drop it down a bit. If it's tasting maybe just a little sour as such, you can grind a bit finer. If it's tasting a bit bitter, just grind a bit coarser. And for water temperature, don't worry about going hot. You can consistently get your kettle in your house to 100 degrees. So as soon as it starts bubbling, flick it off, and let's rock and roll. That means you're going to be exactly the same every time. Enjoy your coffee.